Something I've been asked many times in the beauty industry is why I don't offer mobile beauty services. Now, I wanted to share my reasons because it's not about convenience all the time. It's actually about professional standards, hygiene, safety, most importantly, and protecting both the therapist and the client. Before we proceed with this topic, if you're new to this channel, I am Nicole, a beauty professional who wants to elevate existing and new professionals in their career by sharing expert advice and lots of knowledge. So if you're new here, subscribe to my channel and receive updates every so often when I drop a new podcast episode or videos. So we're going to be talking now about reason one, which is safety concerns. When you go to someone's private property as a therapist, you don't know what you're going to encounter. There could be an incident, and you do carry very expensive equipment, and you're working alone. Safety is something that isn't talked about enough in the beauty industry, especially for women working solo. Therefore, an unknown environment to me is very sketchy. I would not feel comfortable staying in someone's home or property for a long period of time, especially if they have animals. Unfortunately, I'm allergic to most animals because of the dander. And cleanliness wise, I'm kind of not in full control of my hygiene there because although I can bring wipes, I can use PPE, you just don't know what environment you're going to walk into. And since the pandemic, it's something that's a little bit risky to me. So I would rather work in more controlled environments, such as hotel, spas, and physical beauty establishments. We're going to dig deeper into hygiene in animals. From a treatment perspective, prefer to work in environments where hygiene and sanitation are controlled. I did mention this previously. When you bring professional tools and equipment, you do want to ensure that they are used in a clean, regulated space. Therefore, you would really need to up your hygiene standards as a mobile beauty therapist if you were to choose that direction. The third one is travel time. I am a Londoner, therefore, during peak times, there is a lot of traffic on the road, and I do enjoy driving. However, it would, I guess, open up space for more tickets or PCNs, as they're called, parking charge notices, and also fees like the tunnels if you have to cross them, and congestion charge if you are going into zone one and some other areas. So that's something you've got to bear in mind when it goes well to outgoing costs every month, especially if you're self-employed. You've got to weigh up your budget for travel. And for me, I don't think mobile would be the right option because of that. It would definitely incur more petrol fees, and that's something I'd rather keep in my pocket for my self-care and future holidays. The next one is professional standards and protecting that. For me, working from a professional setting allows me to deliver the best possible service. I also enjoy going into new spa environments or beauty environments generally, and being able to mingle with leadership, like managers, but also the rest of the team. It gives me an opportunity to communicate, grow my skills further, and learn from others. If you are strictly doing mobile beauty, then it can kind of limit that unless you are partnering with someone and doing treatments, or you're attending networking events on your days off and in your free time. So I prefer to definitely be in a safe environment where I can do treatments and become familiar with the team. I'm going to share a story I encountered a couple of weeks ago. because safety can be compromised in any environment. That's why I don't completely go against people doing mobile beauty. From this story, you will understand how it can be managed in a structured environment with employees. I was working at a hotel spa in central London, and I had a particular guest, a male, who was very direct about where he wanted more massage techniques. And I was performing the techniques as normal on his leg area. And I went up to the allowed or permitted zone because there's certain zones we cannot cross as professionals. And he actually requested that I go to his glute, and I explained to him that I can only go up to here. And then he went quiet, and then he asked again after a few minutes. And that's when I said to him, "Sir, this is beyond my professional boundary. And if you are not happy to continue this treatment, you are more than happy to reschedule it at another establishment." And he basically went quiet because although he'd said he didn't speak much English, he clearly understood what I said, funnily. And after that incident, because I handled it well, I had time over the next few days to think about it, how I was going to proceed with sharing it with the spa manager. So I emailed her about it, sharing what happened and how I responded and how the client responded back. And she reassured me that this will go to higher management and be recorded on file so that this doesn't happen to future therapists. Now, incidents like that can easily escalate, but when you have a strong team around you who are visibly there, it's less likely to escalate. And that is why I would say think carefully if you want to do mobile beauty. And there are many brands out there now coming out from nowhere. Like I get messages sometimes, I'm like, oh, this is a new one, this is a new one. But always do your research. Go on Google, check the reviews, go on employee websites and check reviews of that company. Find out how long that company has been around for. Find out what safety precautions they have in place in case anything was to go wrong while you're at someone's home. And also ensure that if you are going to someone's property, let someone you're close to know where you're going. Maybe share your location with them so that if anything was to happen, you won't go unnoticed. Well, I really hope that this has supported your decision to either do mobile beauty or not. Watch out for the next video.